Up everyone, it's your girl Gelbeauty-QM here, aka Grace, and it's time for another fragrance video. So if you all remember, I told you I bought some stuff from Brown Girl Jane. They had a couple of new launches that I've been meaning to get my hands on, but I ended up not being able to right away. So today we're gonna try those out. So I have the body mist. This is the first time they've ever come out with a body mist, so I'm super excited about it. I should have the information pop up over here, but it has the notes of banana cream, Pacific sandalwood, and lay flower. Then I went ahead and got high tea. Now I was a little nervous about this once I heard my girl Elysian Beauty talking about how she wasn't in love with it, so I'm a little concerned about it, but we're gonna try it out today. And it has French Madeleine, pink chai, macaroon, orange flower water, fresh freezer, whipped milk, warm sandalwood, amber, and biscotti. So it does have a couple of the things that the other one I just named has in it. So if you like videos like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. Y'all know I do a ton of fragrance content. I'm a Snif ambassador, so of course I have done spray tan and the sweet tooth fragrance that recently came out. I recently did a couple of videos on Nosy as well. I did the body mist, and then they were so kind and sent me over 2 fragrances from their perfume line. And then, of course, y'all know I did a couple of Sol de Janeiro fragrances too. So I did 39 since it was re-released. And of course, I had to get Sundays in Rio. So a ton of new fragrance videos for you all to look at if you're interested. Y'all know I love a good eyeshadow look. As you can see, I have this gorgeous eyeshadow look on. This is a members exclusive. My members decided they wanted to have a summer wing eye series, so shout out to you, Nina. This is one of the looks that I came up with the ideas that you all came up with. I combined the Betty Bean's Hollow Bean palette with Shroud alongside the Sugar Drizzle Elements of Evil palette. If you'd like to see the Summer Wing series along with all the other eyeshadow series I have, make sure you check the description box down below that has all the details about my membership. I do a ton of eyeshadow content there too, but y'all know I don't leave you out when it comes to eyeshadow content. So I have the BH Cosmetics series, the first part of it filmed. I'm sure you will see that before you see this. Perhaps I'm not 100% sure yet. I know I also did the Why You Don't Need series that I have coming. So I am going to be filming the one for the Adept palette this week. I did not forget about it. I just had to take time to pick one out in addition to doing the BH one since you all said you wanted it. So I have done that. But if you like a good fashion video and you wonder where my fashion shorts went, make sure you head over to my fashion channel. That's Fashion with Gelbeauty-87. I have a ton of fashion shorts over there that go up every day, in addition to having a long form fashion video go up every Friday. And I do polls over there as well, so if you're interested in putting your input in and letting me know what your sense of fashion is that I can add in future videos, make sure you head on over there and check it out. Now without further ado, let's get into this video. So like I said, I should have stuff popping up here. So I'm mainly excited about this one, so I'm gonna go in and put this one on first. What I'm going to do is I'm going to spray it in 3 parts of the arm, so that way I'll have one spot where it's on there alone. I have one, and then I have the 2 spots where I'm planning on combining the fragrances together, because you know I love a good layering combo. So 1, 2, 3. It has a light mister to it, kind of like the Fleur body mist. If you know anything about that, I feel like the Fleur ones give you a nice light mist, and since it's a body mist, you know you need to do like 4 sprays because it's supposed to equal 2 perfume sprays, I'm told. At least I know when it comes to Snif, that's what they say. So I just use it as a general rule with all of my fragrances, but to each his own. When I first smelled this, it gave me similar vibes to some other things I had. Like, it gave me like a mixture, believe it or not, of Carnival with like, I guess, L'amour, if you will. That's the vibe it gave me when I first sprayed it on. So I was a little nervous because if you remember, I was not a huge fan of L'amour. I was not crazy about L'amour. I was not really vibing with L'amour like that. Then we have High Tea. So this one I thought would be one to pair really nicely with Casino. When I first got it, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, oh, they have tea and then they have coffee, so it's like these 2 fragrances should blend together nicely. If you checked out my live, then you know, I'm start spraying it now, but if you checked out my live, you know my thoughts on that. So today we're basically just getting into like wear tests of these fragrances. If you want to see like layering combos and stuff like that, y'all know I do shorts for that. We have a live of me already showing you these layering combos and trying them on. We're just doing the wear test of layering combos I picked out. One of you all did help me pick out what fragrance I was gonna put with this one, because I know I'm putting Casino with it, but I had you help me pick one other fragrance to go with it. So that's what we're gonna do. This one initially gave me the similar scent of carousel, but without like the caramel apple. So I'm glad when it dried down it changed, because when I initially sprayed it, I was like, this just smells like carousel again. And I'm like, I already have carousel, so I didn't feel like it would necessarily be a need. Is anybody excited about a new Flirt fragrance that's supposed to be coming out soon? I'm sorry, that already came out. I'm ordering Green Apple Friday from Mrs. Smith. But are you excited about it? Because I definitely am. So the 2 layering combos we are going to do today are Carnival from Brown Girl Jane. Y'all know I love Carnival. And I want to do Miami in a bottle because it has the banana cream in it. I want to see how the banana cream will fare with this being a sweet banana fragrance. So I'm pairing both of those together as well. So if you did not know, Carnival is like my all-time favorite. This is the only full-size one I had. The first time I smelled it, I knew I needed the full-size. That's how much I love Carnival. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the fragrance alone down here in this area. And then up here, I'll put Carnival. And then up here, I'll put Maui in a bottle from Kylie and see how it smells. So let's put on the Carnival. I love Carnival. Like, I have a full size and I have a travel size, y'all. Like, that's how much I love Carnival. I do not play when it comes to Carnival from Brown Girl Jane. I know you don't like it, Janet, but I love that fragrance. Like, and because it has that nice heavy like cream to it, because I think it has a heavy cream or a whipped cream in it in addition to the mango, I feel like it will pair really nicely with the banana in there. So that's another reason I was excited for it. I want to see how Carnival will pair with the peach fragrance that I think her name is Jade came up with Le Monde Gourmand. I feel like that would be a good combination too. So I'm gonna have to try that over this summer. But random side note. But let's put on Maui in a bottle. I love this one. This is probably my favorite one out of all of them. And then I would pick the lemon one. And then I'd pick Marrakesh, and I'd pick Maldives last, just because y'all know I'm not really big on like fresh fragrances, if you will. So I'm cool with passing on that. But yeah, so we're going to let those dry over, and then let me see how this one smells now that it dries down. Yeah, see, it really has that strong scent of, I think it's the freezer that's really picking up on it. I can still smell some of the other elements that they say are in there, like the macaroon and the French madeleines. So I smell that, but I feel like I smell a lot of freezer. And once it dries down more and more, I feel like you don't smell it as much, and then I'm okay with it. But I'm like, initially, it was just giving a lot of what I feel like carousel from them already has, and so I was a little bit disappointed. But thank goodness, once it dried down even further, it turned out to be better. So while we're waiting on that to dry out, I'm going to use Casino from Brown Girl Jane. Of course, I always try to layer fragrances with their brands that I feel like will pair nicely with them, because, you know, sometimes I feel like they make things in formulation to pair with other things in their collection. I noticed with Fleur, with their body mist, they show a lot of like one body mist being able to pair with another one really well. So I feel like that's intentional sometimes, and I definitely wanted to do that when it came to the Brown Girl Jane. Now, everything that Brown Girl Jane sells is not at Sephora. They do have, I think, a sample set that has some of the things that they don't have travel sizes for at Sephora. I'm hoping eventually everything will go to Sephora. I don't know though. But if I'm thinking about getting the sampler set to smell the ones that I was thinking about getting, but they don't sell at Sephora, that I want to try out. So we'll have to wait and see. But let's put on Casino now. And then shout out to you, Janet. Janet decided that we should use the Ellis Brooklyn's Vanilla Milk with the fragrance High Tea. So that's what we're going to use today, because I was tied between this one and Milk from Commodity, or like Milk Expressive from Commodity. But Janet said we should use Vanilla Milk in the live, so that's what I'm going to do. I will use Commodity another time, but I really love the smell of Vanilla Milk. This is one of my favorite vanilla fragrances in my collection. I feel like it gives like the vanilla extract scent, you know, the vanilla extract your grandma bakes with. It gives me the vibe of that, but still has like a milky sweetness to it. And I felt like, you know, a milky tea would smell good. So I'm glad that Janet did pick this one. Even though Milk's Commodity, I feel like would have smelled just as nice. It just, I feel like it wouldn't have had as much sweetness to it. And because of like the freezer in this, I wanted to sweeten up a little bit more. So like I said, I'm glad you picked this one, Janet. Let's see how these smell now that I put them on. So I already know how Carnival smells to a certain extent with the body mist, because I did it in the live. I'm more excited to see what banana smells like, but we're gonna go in order that I put them on to make sure they had the longest time to dry. So let's see. Oh yeah, I'm definitely loving it with Brown Girl Jane's Carnival, their body mist. I feel like these are definitely a match made in heaven. I love the cream that I'm smelling out of this. You can smell the banana cream, and then the heavy cream from Carnival is blending in nicely with it. And then I feel like the florals go really nice with the mango. That's a part of Carnival as a whole. So I'm definitely really loving that combination. I feel like that'll be a good one for me to wear throughout the rest of the summer in my like rotation of like fruity fragrances. I definitely plan on putting it in there. Let's see about this one. I feel like it's not giving as much banana as I hoped. I mean, I feel like the banana is amplified a little bit more with Maui Nice, but it's not giving nearly as, sorry, Maui in a bottle, but I feel like it's not giving nearly as much as banana as I thought it would. Still haven't found my perfect banana that I want. I found some bananas that I like, but I haven't found a banana that I love. So I'm still looking for that loving banana. Forever 21's Banana Brulee actually smells really nice and sweet, so that might be it. I feel like it's bringing out more banana, but I can still smell a lot of like the floraliness to this scent and not necessarily as much banana as I wanted. So maybe I would need to put more banana with it than I did, or spray more of Maui in a bottle to bring out more of the banana that I want. But either way, it's a nice fragrance. I know you, Janet, you told me I should use Banana Split with it, so I might try it with Banana Split another time, but I wanted to try it with one I felt like it would be more cost effective for people watching the video. So, you know, Josette is a little bit pricier up there, so I didn't want to push it too much. Let's see what's going on with this side now. So remember, we have Casino right here, and then we have Vanilla Milk right here. So let's see how it smells with Casino. Okay, so with Casino, it smells the way I expected it to. Like I can smell the French Madeleines in it. And then I can smell like the coffee that you get from Casino. So I feel like it does a good job of like pairing the two fragrances together nicely, because it's like you can smell the sweet and like kind of pastry elements that are in high tea, but you can smell like the nice brewed coffee and sweetness that you get from Casino. So they work out and work nicely for me as paired match, but on its own I'm not totally convinced yet that I like it on its own. I can definitely see where Alicia Budget Beauty was coming from when she was talking about it, but you know, we're gonna weather it through and see how I feel about it, because I can usually find things to pair with it and make it work for me. And since I love this brand, I would love to keep it as opposed to having to return it back to the store. So let's see what it smells like with Alice Brooklyn. Okay, so I really like the way it smells with Vanilla Milk. I like the way it smells with Vanilla Milk a little bit more than I like the way it smells with Casino, believe it or not. But my only thing with that is because I feel like Alice Brooklyn's Vanilla Milk is giving it a lot more sweetness than I feel like it's getting from Casino. With Casino, you're getting kind of like that coffee scent and a little bit of sweetness, whereas with Vanilla Milk, you're just getting straight sweetness to go with the biscotti and the French Madeleines. Whereas when I put high tea with Casino, I feel like it just seems like I added Afternoon Delight from Replica with Casino, and that's what I'm getting. I don't feel like I'm getting a whole lot of the macaroon and the other things that I'm supposed to be getting from it. With Vanilla Milk, I feel like I get a lot more sweetness, and I get like those macaroons and those other pastry notes that I want pulled out of it, and get a more sweeter version of that. And I feel like it kind of calms down the freezer in it as well. So that's why I'm feeling about all the stuff right now. But I will check in with you all later on tonight. I believe it's like 12:30, 1 o'clock. So I'll be back around 8 or 9 o'clock. So I'll talk to you later. Okay, girl? Okay, y'all. So I'm back, and it's the end of the night. So if you all remember, we have high tea on this side. We put it with Casino right here. And then we put it with Vanilla Milk right here. And then we have the body mist on this side. And we put it with, what do you call it? We put it with, Carnival. And then we put it with Maui in a bottle from Kayali. So let's see how we smelling and what we working with. So on its own, I can softly, subtly smell it. It's not nearly as potent, which I don't necessarily have a problem with, because I don't know, to me it's giving like a little bit more floral than I would prefer personally. So I'm not as excited as it being alone. I prefer it with other things so far. So let's see how it lasted with Carnival. Okay, so it still smells amazing with Carnival, but I feel like you smell more of Carnival than you do of it in the scent. So I feel like you would have to reapply it to get the mesh and combo that I initially had when I first put it on earlier. But I did help Carnival last longer, so I'm definitely appreciative of that, because usually when I wear Carnival for like 8 hours, I still can't smell it. But added with the body mist, I can still smell it afterwards, and it's smelling quite potent. So let's see how it is with Maui in a bottle now from Kayali. Okay, I feel like I just smell mainly banana. I don't smell like any other elements of it. You just smell the banana from the Brown Girl Jane body mist, and obviously the banana from the Kayali Maui in a bottle. So my favorite combination is the two Brown Girl Jane fragrances, which I'm not surprised by because I just really like the cream and the banana combination with the mango in that scent. So I'll definitely be wearing that one a lot throughout the summer. Let's see how high tea is smelling now. Okay, I'm not really feeling high tea on its own. I think I said that earlier in this video, but it's just not giving and I'm not living. So let's see how it smells with Casino now though. Okay, so I still like it with Casino. Like I said, I feel like if you put it with Casino, it's just gonna smell like you added Afternoon Delight from Replica with high tea. Or sorry, with Casino, I should say, because, you know, high tea is the one that has the matte lines in it, and that's what Afternoon Delight by Replica is. So if you just want to add Afternoon Delight by Replica with Casino, I feel like you would get the same vibe that you're getting with this fragrance. I'm just glad the freezer has calmed down quite a bit because I felt like it was quite overpowering in this scent and was giving me more of carousel vibes than like a high tea like I expected. So pairing it with Casino, I'm definitely going to continue to pair it that way because that's one of the ways I like it. I do want to try it with some other scents though. I told you all in the live what they were, and I told you at least in this video that I want to do with Milk's Commodity. So I will do that one in the future and keep you updated. Let's see how it smells with. I still like it with vanilla milk from Ellis Brooklyn as well. I feel like that's a great combination. I am curious to see how it would smell with Queen's Caramel from Ellis Brooklyn. That's supposed to be dropping on the 11th, if I remember correctly. So I'll try to get back with you all and see how that is smelling and working out. But yeah, so I like with vanilla milk from Ellis Brooklyn. I like it with Casino from Brown Girl Jane. I don't like it on its own though. Like, it's not one I would wear on its own. It's not my cup of tea. I see what you meant, Alicia Budget Beauty, because I'm like, girl, no, I'm not feeling it on its own either. So I'm putting it in the category with Lamu. If you remember, like, I only like to wear Lamu when I layer with stuff. I would not wear Lamu on its own. I do not like Lamu on its own, and I don't really like this on its own either. I hate to say, when it dries down, it gets a little better, but I don't know. Like I said, the freeze is what throws me off with it, and I feel like I smell more of that more than anything else, at least when it comes to my body chemistry. So I personally don't like it for that reason. So unfortunately, high tea is not it for me, but I will say I do enjoy the body mist a whole lot more than I expected, and I feel like it came out at the perfect time, and it's giving me summer vibes, and I can add it with a lot of my summer fragrances I already have to have a nice little scent party. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. Remember, you all are diamonds. Make sure you subscribe. My membership is down below if you want to see more exclusive eyeshadow content from me. We're currently doing Summerween as a request of one of my members, Nina. She asked for a Summerween set of eyeshadow looks. So I think I have like at least 8 looks to do, because some I'm gonna have to do twice a day. But yeah, if you're interested in that, click the link down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be blessed, girl. Bye. One doesn't have to stop here. Let's be friends over on Instagram to check out the latest fashion, fragrance, and palette comparisons, along with glimpses into my everyday life. Make sure you head on over to Instagram, Lemonade, or TikTok. It's Gelbeauty87 on all platforms. I can't wait to see you guys over there, and I'll see you guys in the next video.